We're not experts.
Oh.
This might be extreme. Rats. I wasn't fast enough. 43% of all campgrounds are closed. These are hard times. I don't know if I can finish it. Well, hello, friends.
Hi.
I'm Tom.
And I'm Cherie.
And we're EnjoyTheJourney.Life. Our channel is all about RV living
And traveling full time.
And this is another real-time update. We continue to get questions and concerns from you guys. And thank you so much for the well wishes.
Yes, we really appreciate that.
Yeah, we really hope you guys are being safe and healthy out there as well during the coronavirus pandemic. And we want to answer some of your questions today, both from comments on our other YouTube videos.
Right, and we're getting some on our Facebook group page as well.
Right, and so we're going to address those at the end, as well as give you some tips. And I'm also going to share what RV life is like during the coronavirus pandemic. We both feel really good right now.
Yeah.
You had something that lasted for quite a while.
I did. It was about 8 weeks maybe, and I still have some stuff going on. I mean, just like the leftover stuff.
Right.
But
Undiagnosed. Right.
Yeah, negative for flu. They treated me for bronchitis. It didn't work, so who knows?
Right.
We'd like to get tested for the antibodies.
Seriously, as I'm sure a lot of you would as well. And I also had something a few weeks back. So this coronavirus thing is making everybody crazy. So CHERI'S had, I don't know, bronchial something for 7 weeks, almost 2 months now.
Yeah.
And we went from being pretty isolated, which was great, but being kicked out of the state park, we come to a touristy area and things are crazy. And I feel like I may have been exposed in the last week. People not keeping their distance at the beach, grocery store runs, I don't know. And just a couple days ago, I started to feel a little bit like some chills, a little bit of pressure, heaviness on my chest. Not difficulty breathing, but just kind of a different sensation that I've never felt before. But today I feel really good. I mean, there's still a little sensation down there that's different. I can breathe fine. I don't have any cough. I don't really have a temperature. That was kind of strange.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like we're in the middle of this crisis now.
Yeah, but every day we're one day closer to getting out of it.
Right. Maybe we can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
And we sure hope that's the case. Yeah. It's been, quite a challenge. And again, we hope you guys are doing well out there and your friends and family are staying healthy. And we're very saddened by the loss of life out there and the impacts on everybody's lives. And a little recap, we are in a monthly spot here in the Panhandle of Florida. So we're safe, we're good, gated RV community. And some of the things we recommended that we don't recommend traveling right now unless you have to.
Right.
Yeah, if you have to still get home, I would head home if you have a sticks and bricks.
Or a friend that you can maybe mooch dock with, just so you're in a safe place and you can stay put.
If you're not heading home, we think you should be heading home for the immediate time being. And as far as boondocking and stuff like that, we're not recommending that. I know some people like that, but we think it's important to be near friends and family, both so they can help you and you can maybe help them.
Yeah. If you're not in a safe spot yet, you can check our video called Kicked Out, where we discussed some of these issues, and a lot of people left comments on great places that they're still open where you can stay. So there's a lot of suggestions there.
Totally. And we'll share some more down in the description as well, like the Displaced Nomad RVer group on Facebook. And we've actually heard of some campgrounds that have more availability because some of the short-term camping is either not allowed anymore or people just are not doing the short-term camping. So if you're looking for a long-term spot.
There's also a coronavirus Facebook group that also has a lot of helpful information.
And the Campendium post, we'll put a link as well to that, shows a lot of great information. Right now it says 43% of all campgrounds are closed.
That's pretty bad.
Plus a list of all the states that have put restrictions on campgrounds as non-essential businesses, which we think
that's really sad.
Yeah.
Because it's really affecting a lot of fellow travelers out there. We've got Connecticut, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Maine, Maryland, Ohio, Vermont, Virginia, and West Virginia. And we strongly disagree with that. I mean, I think there's just a not, they don't understand
They don't.
what our lifestyle is.
Right.
I actually have an idea to allow a one night stay.
Right. I think that's a good proposal. That way, if people are traveling, they can stay overnight, but not long term.
Yeah, just to get somewhere safe, whatever that destination is.
Right.
And long term. So maybe
Like
14
longer
days.
term.
Yeah,
Right.
14 days
Yeah.
or monthly.
Yeah.
I mean, they could just say, yeah, one night for passing through to be safe, so you don't have to stay in a parking lot somewhere.
Right.
Or monthly stays, you know, for the next few months, just so that you've got a place to call home.
Right.
And I have to share this story from a RV park owner in Virginia, and this was shared on the RV Travel newsletter. Andy is the owner of an RV park called Walnut Hills RV Park in Virginia, and this is a letter that he put out after hours for RVers when they come through. Welcome, weary traveler. Unfortunately, if you're reading this, it means you've arrived after hours in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, a time when we are barred by state executive order from accepting any reservations of less than 14 nights. At the same time, we recognize that you've been driving all day, that you're tired, and that you need a place to spend the night. So be our unpaid guest. In the front of the campground, which you passed on your way down the driveway, is completely unreserved. The sites are long pull-throughs with water, cable, and 30 or 50 amp pedestals. Pick whatever site you want and spend the night, and either head out in the morning or visit us in the office after 9 a.m. if you want to discuss longer term options. To get there from here, make a left as you pass, and he gives some directions how to find a spot. Then he basically says, that's it. Throw a few bucks into the lockbox on the right if you'd like, but don't feel compelled to do so. These are hard times for... I don't know if I can finish it.
You want me to read it?
These are hard times for all of us, and we know you wouldn't be on the... Yeah, it's the rest of that.
No, I can't see. These are hard times for all of us, and we know you wouldn't be on the road. These are hard times for all of us, and we know you wouldn't be on the road if you had a choice. So the least we can do is provide you with something a little more suitable than a Walmart parking lot. Good luck and safe travels.
Man, thanks so much, Andy. And again, that is Andy at Walnut Hills RV Park in Virginia. We'll put a link to his RV park down in the description, and we're going to leave it there. We're going to leave it there because doing good should pay. And we want to send all the business we possibly can to you, Andy, and thank you for setting an example.
Yeah, we talk about, there needs to be an outbreak of kindness, and there has been.
Yes.
And it's stories like this.
Challenges like this will bring out the best in people and also the worst in people, and you get to choose, how you're going to respond in this, basically the
crisis.
Challenge of our lives right now.
Yeah.
We all want to look back and say that we did the best we could.
Yeah.
For the most part, our lives haven't changed that much.
No.
Except for the adventures that we like to do. And what's your favorite?
Right, like going out to dinner and going to the beach, right?
Right.
Those are the only things really that we're missing out on right now in this location.
So a few weeks ago was our last beach adventure. So it's both a happy and a sad day, right?
Yeah.
You're on beach time.
I don't want to talk about it.
But they're closing the beaches like all beaches for the next 5 weeks. So we're gonna soak it up today. And what's cool, Sheree and I had our first date right over there. Just like the ultimate.
Yep. Now we go up there, we make the most of the situation, and we can get dinner to go, which we haven't done yet, but we've been talking about it. And taking it up to the beach, we do go up there to watch sunset. I do my exercise during the day. I walk up there by the beach just so I can look longingly at it. But I'm appreciative that I have that opportunity to do what we're able to do at this point.
Right. We already work at home, and we have a lot of videos to edit, so for the most part, we've been staying busy.
Yeah, we have been staying busy. And if you see videos that we put out and you notice we're shaking hands with people or we're in a crowd, it's not because it's now. This was pre-recorded a while ago.
Right. But we know you guys want regular videos still, so we're going to keep releasing those as fast as we can.
Right. We really don't leave the RV for anything unless we're going out for a walk. But the other thing we do leave the RV for is to go grocery shopping. And we do that as rare as possible. And we're practicing extreme social distancing.
Right. And instead of shopping together, which we enjoy doing, it's only one of us now going out.
Yeah.
And we are suited up, mask, gloves.
And we also wipe down our groceries when we get back. Changing Lanes shared a video on a great way to do that. And we can share that below as well.
So one thing we're constantly surprised about is how many people, it's about 50-50 that don't do the social distancing.
Yeah, it's a little irritating when you're going for a run or a walk and they tighten up the space on a sidewalk to where you're kind of sometimes trapped. I try to go out in the road if I see people coming. But there's a lot of people, I would say it's about 50-50, that aren't recognizing it, and they're not really respecting the fact that we are.
Right, and we had to have been rude in some cases.
Yeah, sometimes you have to be rude.
Because, some people just don't get it. And even if they want to ignore it, it affects all of us if they choose to spread around the virus. I mean, people need to respect boundaries and not force you into the road.
Right, like move away. Like, we're really taking this seriously. My son lives here, and when he visits, we still practice social distancing. I don't even give him a hug, and that's really hard to do because he goes out there, and I don't know how serious he's taking it. He says he is, but I don't know who he's around, where he's been. He goes to the store.
Right.
So yeah, you're immune compromised, and we have to take this seriously.
Well, and I think this is something that we should maybe talk about, how a lot of the guidelines are 10 or less people together, but it really needs to be nobody new into
Just
your surroundings.
Your immediate circle, your family, whoever you live with should be it.
It's just us, and you introduce somebody from the outside that you get too close to, it's not just that person, it's all the other people that they've been in contact with. And I think that's not really shared widely enough, and we're not experts.
Oh.
This might be extreme, so
I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Right.
Because maybe it is extreme, but we won't know until we're on the other end of it, and I don't want to be on the other end of it and saying we should have done more.
Right. We don't want to spread it, and we don't want to get it if we haven't had it already.
Right.
So that's just what we do, and you're obviously at choice on how you're going to do it yourself. And when we do go shopping, we really stretch it out as long as possible. I mean, we used to go, maybe every 3 or 4 days?
Right. Now we're going about every 10 days, and it's really just for fresh produce because that's the only thing we haven't been able to make last a long time.
Right.
And we wait till we're like last minute have to go.
Each trip to the store needs to count.
Yep.
Yeah, so found the paper aisle area. They are pretty over. Rats. I wasn't fast enough. Shoot. Oh, Kleenex. That's available. Or we can get the last 2 of these right here. So what can you do now while we're waiting to get through this crisis? If you don't own an RV yet, wow, there are some deals out there.
Yes. and great financing options available.
For sure, both new and used. Some of these dealers, you can shop online and they will deliver your RV to your door.
Talk about service.
Right, and some of that 0% financing,
Wow.
we should maybe refinance.
Maybe.
And that's not just RVs, that's on trucks.
Yeah.
So if you need a new truck to tow your RV, so that's a possibility.
I need a new Jeep to follow you. I did look into financing on that, and they don't have the 0% on that. So.
Oh, shoot. You could also be working on upgrades to your RV. What kinds of things do you want to improve, or just regular maintenance?
And that's what we're going to be doing, some of that.
Yeah, I actually have quite a few things to install on this that have been waiting for a good time for that.
And now's the time.
Right, and actually coming up real soon is installing the brand new hitch.
Right?
In the new Ford F450.
Yeah. What kind did we get?
So, yeah, that's going to be coming up real soon.
Yeah.
You can also plan your future camping trips. Maybe hopefully things are going to open up this summer.
Yeah.
Yet, one of my favorite apps right now is RV Trip Wizard. And it's really part of the whole RV life community. And they've got a great smartphone app that ties into RV Trip Wizard. And it all works together where you can get campground reviews on the parks you're looking at. It'll even say if it's open during the crisis or closed.
That's really
right
great.
now.
Yeah.
And they've actually recently made the app free or as part of the whole package. So it used to be a separate purchase, which is really cool.
Nice.
We've got links to that and other apps in our favorite campsite finders down in the description. Well, Facebook has certainly been busier.
It sure has.
We've had a lot more people joining our Facebook group. There's a link down below in the description. You are certainly welcome to join there as well.
Well, somebody had a really great idea. They're in a sticks and bricks. Maybe they've received a new RV, or they want to feel like they're camping. They can camp in their driveway. I actually have a friend that is doing that right now.
Yeah, totally. You can be practicing like as if you're actually out there camping.
Yeah, he called it a driveway party.
That's awesome. And if you have kids, you can maybe think of fun activities you can do with them out there. Yeah, kind of if it's a new RV or new to you, you can work out all those kinks so you're not surprised and maybe lose some of your actual time.
It's a great idea.
Out on your first couple of camping trips.
Yeah.
So how many of you out there are stressed in this time of uncertainty? I mean, I think that's a lot of people. Some of our questions actually are based on that.
Yeah.
And we want to offer some tips that we use as much as we can. And I just want to address uncertainty. I've talked about that before.
Yeah.
I mean, uncertainty is really kind of second nature to the RV living full-time, our normal way of traveling.
Right.
We don't have a plan for where we're going to go often.
I say flexibility needs to be your middle name. If this is the kind of lifestyle you're looking into, because you have to be super flexible because there's so much uncertainty.
Totally. And actually, I think certainty is an illusion.
There's no such thing.
Because, I mean, it may seem like things are very uncertain now, but even before this, when you maybe were working a regular job and people were acting normally, that is like the way it is now, but anything can change at any time.
Right. There's so many people that felt like they had job security.
Right.
That suddenly lost their job. There's no such thing as job security.
So embrace that, get comfortable with change and uncertainty. And the more comfortable with that you are, the less stressed out you are going to be. And you can learn to look for the opportunities that come with uncertainty.
Right. Yeah, I think we should really focus on what we can do and be grateful for that.
Yeah, not what you can't do right now. For example, the beaches may be closed here, But what we can do is we can still run or walk or exercise.
And look at it.
By it, get relatively close to it, breathe in the fresh air.
Yeah.
And so make a list. You can call it your gratitude list, kind of a positive list for the day. You can add to it each day, but read it.
I want to
each
see people
day.
leave comments about what they're grateful for in the situation they're in right now.
That would be awesome.
And so we can all read everybody's things that they're grateful for and bring some like good positive energy.
Yeah, great idea.
Together.
Share your list down below publicly because it will help lift up somebody else, and there is good out there still.
So much.
Make the lists of, even like Andy in that RV park. That is something positive that's going on right now.
And I also watched that video, or found that video that I showed you. He was Jim Halpert in The Office. If you watch The Office, you'll really appreciate this. But he started a YouTube channel, and it's called SGN, Some Good News. And his name is John Krasinski, SGN. If you Google that, we'll put the link also down below. But he just does a whole like news segment on all the kindness and great things, and I'm just blown away by what he's done.
He even interviewed Steve Carell on there as well, which is kind of cool.
There's some really great stories on there, and it just blew me away.
Check it out.
Yeah.
So even though a lot of activities are closed around here, we're looking for what still might be available.
Right. We see boats out on the water, and so probably private docking areas, or people are able to use those, but we have kayaks and we want to know where we can maybe launch our kayaks.
Right.
Or we've heard maybe jet skis are available. So
might still be open.
Yeah, why not?
I'm not sure why that's an essential business, but if it's open,
it is essential.
We should check it out. You're going to find a way to get in that water.
I'm going to find a way to get in that water.
Well, like you said, we need an outbreak of kindness.
Yes.
It is so easy to be kind right now. I mean, just a smile from a distance as you're walking by people.
Yeah, when you're walking by people are kind of like, I don't know, they're getting in the habit of like shying away and not looking at each other, and that's not what we need to do.
Right.
We need to keep our distance, but still lift your head up, smile, wave. We're still a community. We're still one.
Right. It feels very respectful when I wave to another runner that I pass, and we both kind of create this space of at least 6 feet.
Yeah.
And it feels like there's a connection there still.
Yeah.
Even though we're farther apart.
The distance. Yeah.
Who can you call or text? Maybe family members, friends, maybe people that need to hear. Maybe they live on their own. Right,
by themselves. You maybe want to FaceTime or do the Zoom calling like we've been doing with family.
Right. Each week on Wednesday nights, actually, with my kids and their significant others, we have a Zoom call. It's a video chat. If you haven't checked it out, we'll put a link down below to that. That's not an affiliate. It's free, actually.
It's free, and it's great.
It is awesome. Mm-hmm. And look forward to doing that even after this thing is done.
Yes, we've talked about continuing with that because it's been so great.
Yeah, it's just great to see each other's faces and check in with everyone.
Yeah.
And continuing with kindness, how can you make a difference? How can you, if you have extra food, money, can you donate that? Whatever that might be, organize a local food drive.
Yeah.
Volunteer.
Yeah, there's a lot of food banks right now that people are needing, and they need a lot of volunteers.
Right, the lines that we've seen.
There was traffic yesterday here for the food bank. Yeah.
And that tells us there's a really big need.
There's a lot of people in need right now. Yeah. So we need to take care of our neighbors and friends at a distance.
And maybe even easier than trying to go buy food and get it to someone, just you can send money electronically so easy now. And so that's something you can do, just a couple simple ideas. And if you have more ideas or what you're doing, please put them down in the comments, because we want this video to be a place that we're spreading more kindness and giving other people ideas where they can do it in their community as well.
Yeah.
Another thing you can do is to develop new habits, self-care, eating healthier, exercise we've talked about.
Yeah, getting sunshine, fresh air.
Right.
Meditating.
Pray if you pray. A great meditation app is the Insight Timer app. I literally listen to the same ones every day. And it's just continual reinforcement. I'll put a link down below. It's free as well. And I feel if I'm a little uptight, a little stressed out, I listen to one of those and I feel a lot better.
Yeah, we've got to take care of our mental health through this because this is different for everyone and it is a challenge.
And make those again a habit. And it takes about 21 days, about 3 weeks for anything new to become a habit. So remember that. Try to do it at the same time each day.
Yeah.
If you have extra time right now, set a goal or several goals for what you'd like to accomplish right now while you have this.
Right. When people are working full time, they're like, they usually don't have time for extra things that interest them, like, I don't know, like writing a book or learning a different language.
Yeah, the statistics are like 75% of people out there want to write a book.
Wow. Well, you guys get busy.
Yeah, and most people never do. They never do write that book.
Because they don't have time.
Right. So now is the time. Or, yeah, starting a business.
You start that side hustle.
Maybe you want to start painting or creating some other kind of art. Whatever it is, now is the time to do that.
Everybody's like saying, oh, now's the time to do all that kind of stuff. And people are like, no, now's the time to like take this break that you need after you've been working all this time. If you need that mental break, that mental space, take it.
Right. What do you want your life to be after this is done? You can be making those plans and those goals for what you want to have happen at that time. And you can stop watching the news.
Says Tom.
Or watch
Says Tom.
less news.
He watches 24/7. But he shuts the door. He goes into a different room. He's very respectful. The fact that I don't want to watch any of it because I recognize the fact that that energy just like really brings me down and I can't watch it. And I'm so much better without it.
Right. And it doesn't affect me quite that way, and I like to stay a little bit more up to date, but I'll watch some of it, but I do have to shut it off when I'm ready to work. And it can be easy to kind of watch hour after hour because it seems like it's breaking news every few minutes.
I have walked in there and seen you with 2 computer screens, one where you're working and one where the news is on.
Those are just like little simple tasks.
Oh, okay.
Things like that, kind of mindless tasks. And we've talked about learning before. I mean, you can read more books, watch more YouTube videos.
You can learn to do anything online. There's all kinds of courses available.
There's audible.com. You can get my book for free by using our Audible link down below. It's also in a Kindle version or any kind of Kindle book. That's a quick thing to read on your tablet or smartphone. And if you're interested in business stuff, I do have some business courses on Udemy. They're low cost, and actually Udemy is awesome right now because it's got thousands and thousands of courses on almost anything you could want to do.
Yeah.
And
how about cooking? If you want to learn how to cook? There's cooking videos and courses. Yeah.
Is that a suggestion?
Oh, maybe.
Now we're going to answer some of your questions.
All right. So Dana asked, I want to go camping so bad. We keep our unit in our barn, so that's where we've been camping. The dogs really think they're camping also. They look for their portable kennel when they have to go out. LOL.
That's awesome, Dana.
So that really wasn't a question, but that was a great story. I love hearing the unique ways people are finding to be able to enjoy this time.
Totally. Very cool.
That's awesome, Dana. So Tammy, hello friends. My husband and I just went full-time after retirement. That was in January, and as luck would have it, we spent almost all of our time in Central Florida. We want to go north to North Carolina, but between family and friends and all of the mean comments from people about moving state to state, we stayed put. Now, admittedly, I am a bit depressed. It's just not what I thought life would be like, and I miss my house right now. 300 square feet gets awful small these days. Yeah, agreed. My family is fine and it doesn't seem to bother them, but I miss movies and eating out. I hope this ends soon. I have painted and I exercise every day. We also bike ride daily. I meet friends every Wednesday to discuss a book we are reading. I'm trying to do everything right, but I feel lonely. How do you fight the invisible monster, loneliness? That's really a great question. And yeah, talk about timing. I can see how that would be a huge transition by itself anyway. And then this on top of it can feel a little overwhelming.
Yeah, totally. And it sounds like you're already doing a lot of the things we've recommended on here, Tammy. And I think just you're stronger than you think you are. And, keep trying other different things, I guess, getting out as much as you can safely.
I remind myself a lot that this is just temporary. Just when you start feeling those feelings, say, well, this is just temporary and we're one day closer to the end. And it gives you that light at the end of the tunnel that it's coming, and just enjoy this time as much as you can and we will get through it.
Right. And again, that huge adjustment from big house to tiny RV.
Boy, yeah, sometimes I feel like the walls are closing in. I'm like, I have to get out.
Right.
I say that every once in a while, don't I?
You do.
All right, Lori. We had to cancel 3 trips. One was a cruise because of this stupid virus. Yes, we can call it a stupid virus. We are a beach tribe. Woo woo. And we're planning a week at Myrtle Beach and then a week in Wilmington for our son's college graduation, which was canceled. We also love to hit our local state park with our RV before school's let out to enjoy the quiet of the lake. We hope we will still be able to do this in May. We keep our RV parked in our yard. We have an acre and downsized to a lock and load house 2 years ago, as we are retiring soon and want to take 3 to 4 month trips. Anyway, we have opened up the RV and once in a while go out and sit in it and kind of pretend the surf is heard in the distance, but it sucks. Really sucks. Yeah, but totally. I think that's great. Maybe what you can do is download some kind of wave audio sounds and just like put your earbuds on and kick back and just listen to the waves and feel like you're there.
Totally, and if you've got a big screen TV, put on some YouTube videos
of the beach or underwater. Like you can maybe pretend like you're snorkeling. I don't know. Bring your snorkel gear out and stick it on.
We have some more snorkeling videos actually to edit too.
We do. So. I'll be wishing I was snorkeling too. So I understand. It sucks. It really sucks.
Hang in there.
But make the most of it. Try to pivot your thoughts and that we're going to get through this.
Totally.
Hannah says, awesome. My husband and I have been watching you for a while and love you guys. Fortunately, Thousand Trails is letting us shelter at home here until at least the end of April with no additional fees. So we are rocking this.
That's awesome to hear that Thousand Trails is doing that. And now they are fairly nationwide.
Yeah.
And I think that's not the case at all of them. But yeah, go Thousand Trails.
Sweet. And Lady AJ says, full-timers here in Yuma, Arizona, but we are Florida residents. We actually have plans to go to Florida. Place in a private RV community is secured. Our anxiety centers on the trip from Arizona across country. Nothing forcing us to leave here or get there except the fact that all 4 children and other family are back east. We are leaning towards staying here, but we are wondering if anyone has traveled cross country recently, and if so, would you recommend we go or stay put?
Well, yeah, that's a great question.
That's a tough one.
I think we personally would stay put. Mm-hmm. Just because of all of the unknowns of being out there.
Yeah, and it is temporary.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, we have been looking at some of these other Facebook groups, and people have been sharing that they have been able to move about the country without too many issues. But again, that is it's not any kind of yes, go, or no, don't go. I mean, you're just going to have to assess the situation, I guess, and see what kind of level of safety you think is involved in doing that. And I think if you can stay put, I would stay put.
Yeah. This one is from Brenda. We have a 5-week Gulf Coast trip planned beginning June 12 from Washington State. And she lists several places where they're going to go. That's as far as I got in making reservations before all this started. Had planned 3 nights also in Savannah and Charlotte before heading home across the middle. We are hoping for the best and planning for the worst. What say you?
Well, I would say keep your reservations. You're talking about toward the middle of June.
Yeah.
Might be okay by then. But
we just don't know. At this point, if it was May, I would say nix it. Probably, but June is still iffy, so I'd probably keep the reservations.
Keep it, and just like we talked about the uncertainty, that be prepared to make adjustments to that trip.
Yep.
You know, you may have to shorten it a little bit, possibly.
Be flexible, maybe have a plan B in case it doesn't work out.
Right. It sounds like an amazing trip, though.
Yeah, it does.
So you're passing by pretty close to us, actually.
Yeah.
So we hope you can make that trip, guys.
Yeah. So how has the outbreak affected you? Let us know in the comments below.
Have you had to make changes to your travel plans? And share the things, again, that you feel positive about, the things that you're doing to stay positive in the comments below. We appreciate that.
Right, what you're doing for your mental health through this and your physical health so you can get out. Because being cooped up, no fun.
Right. Thanks so much for watching and subscribing. Stay safe and healthy out there because we do want to see you out there on the road when this is done.
And we will see you on the road one day, right?
You need to have a big RV get-together.
Yes.
You know, would that be awesome?
Yes. Everybody's healthy.
Yes. When we can be together.
Yeah.
So take care, guys. We will see you in the next video.